Are you in real estate and you've been thinking about how you could drastically increase your income in 2025? Well, I've discovered a new way to increase your sales. This method has helped me to increase my conversion rate by 33%. The method, which I call my TLC process, will give you a leg up on your competition, and it's so easy to implement. You can do the math. Maybe you made $100,000 in 2024. Well, by using this method, at minimum, you should put another $33,000 in your pocket. Or if you're a top producer, let's say made $500,000, that's $165,000 in your pocket by implementing this process. I promise this will be worth the 7 to 8 minute investment in your time. For those of you who don't know, I'm in real estate. I love real estate. Been in real estate for over 26 years. And over that time, I've sold over $40 million in real estate. I've worked with hundreds of buyers and sellers, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to real estate, and there's absolutely no substitute for experience. My experience is going to be your leg up on your competition and putting more cash in your pocket in 2025. But before I get to the method that's going to help you to increase your income, I want to encourage you. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. If you have some questions about real estate investing, post them in the comments and we will be answering those questions. And who knows, the next video may be based upon your question. So let's go. As a business owner or the head of your organization, you have to be able to generate sales. Sales is based upon having customers that want to purchase your product. Any customer that's going to purchase your product, there is a 3-step process that they go through in order to make that decision. My first book, Get Up, Get Out, and Get Motivated, The Entrepreneur's Edition. I talk about a concept called hunting versus fishing. We know what hunting is. You put on camouflage, you hide in the bushes, you work hard, you shoot that animal, you make the kill, right? Well, the difference between hunting and fishing is when you fish, you study the fish. You know what they like. You know where they like to eat. You present the right bait, and then they're going to be drawn to you. Well, when you understand this process, it's going to make you more attractive as a business owner. So what is the I process? First, the I. The I is for identification. The E is for exploration, and the second E is for execution. Now think about it. Any customer, no matter how old, young, black, white, male, female, will before they make a purchase, they go through this 3-step process. How does it work? You're at the office, you're at work, you're hungry, your stomach starts to growl. It's 11:30. You need to get something to eat, but your next meeting is at 12:30. You have identified that you have a problem. Now you're going to explore the viable option. Well, you know you got a 12:30 meeting, so that means you can't drive too far, and you probably can't sit down and eat. So now what are the close fast food restaurants around? Do you want to do Uber Eats or are you going to drive? That's the exploration. You're exploring the viable options to meet the problem that you know you have. Because remember, the foundation of any business and any ability to generate sales is solving a problem and meeting a need. Now, once you've identified the problem, you've explored your options, then you're gonna execute on the purchase. So you gotta remember that. And the reason you need to understand this process is as a business owner, you have to understand that the way in which your customer wants to be communicated to in each of these phases is different. And because most of us are taught to hunt, we communicate like hunters. And when you communicate like a hunter, you're only appealing to this 1/3 that's ready to execute. But what if I'm in the exploration phase? So another example, husband, wife, living in an apartment, finds out the wife is pregnant. The apartment's too small. We want to purchase a house. Do you think they're going to jump in their car and execute a contract or purchase the first thing that they see? No, they're going to explore their options. They want to know about tax rates. They want to know about school districts. They need to know what the interest rate is. How much money do they have to put down? There's a lot of information that they need before they can effectively execute. So what do you do as the business owner or the realtor in this case? You provide them what they want. So you send them emails about the new developments that's coming. You send them reports on the different school districts. You talk to them about interest rates, down payments. You refer them to lenders. You make yourself an asset. You make yourself attractive. You become a fisher. Now, when you're providing this good information, you're attractive. They're looking for your emails. They're looking for your texts. They're looking for your YouTube videos because you're giving them what they want. But more importantly, you are positioning yourself as the expert in this industry, the expert in this field. And when they get ready to execute, who do you think is going to be the logical choice? So now that you understand the IEE sales process, first off, I got to tell you, you got to get my book, Get Up, Get Out, and Get Motivated, the Entrepreneur's Edition. In it, I break down the whole concept of hunting versus fishing. This will help you to understand the mindset and the mentality of the consumer so that you can generate more sales. But now let me give you my 4 points to this TLCC process that's gonna help you to skyrocket your sales. Number 1, take control. As you know, there are 2 sides to each real estate transaction. You can represent the buyer or you can represent the seller. But either way, you're the professional. You need to take charge. I always train my new agents. I tell them, if you go to a doctor's office and the doctor actually doesn't tell you what to do, you tell that doctor what to do, you tell that doctor what you read on the internet, how are you gonna feel about that doctor? You're probably not gonna feel very good. You expect that doctor, as the professional, as the one that studied medicine, that went to medical school, should have a certain level of expertise and knowledge that you don't have, and you expect them to take control, right? Well, it's the same thing in real estate. You are the professional. You went to class. You've been selling real estate for 5, 10, 20, my case, 26 years. So there's no way I'm gonna go into a listing appointment and have that homeowner tell me what to list the house at, tell me how to take the pictures. Yes, of course, I'm gonna be polite. Yes, I'm going to be cordial and listen to and understand that it's their house. They may have some insights that I don't have. But at the end of the day, I understand that I'm the professional, and at the end of the day, the customer is going to respect you more, and they're gonna wanna take your lead if you know your stuff. So T, take control. The L in my TLC process is let them explore. Back to the IEE sales process. The majority of the consumers out there are going to be in the exploration phase. So let them explore. You have social media, you have YouTube. Do videos on the top 10 tips to list your home. Do all kinds of little tutorials on your Instagram. Maybe even write a book. Write a book on your 5 reasons why you need to list your home in the spring versus the fall. You're providing them information. You're meeting the need that they have. They have a need for information to determine if they want to list their house and who they're going to list with. So while you're providing that information, you're also positioning yourself as the expert. So when they move from the exploration to the execution phase, you're gonna be the likely choice. That's the T, that's the L. Now we're gonna go to the first C. The first C is to create a UMP. A UMP is your unique marketing position. And understand this about your consumer. No matter black, white, male, female, old, young, we all listen to the same radio station. And you know what that station is? WIIFM. What does that stand for? What's in it for me? The problem with most agents and most business people is they approach their marketing and their sales and their business from a very selfish perspective. You have to create a marketing strategy that doesn't just laud your credentials. I've been in business for 30 years, or I've sold more than 100 million in real estate. All of this stuff that boosts you up and make you feel like you've done something, but really doesn't speak very much to the consumer. So for me, as the listing agent, I know that that customer wants to sell their home quick, and I know that they want to sell it at top dollar. So my UMP is I'll sell your home in 60 days less, or I'll give you $1,000. Then if you look on the back of my business card, I have the top 5 reasons you should list your home with LHS Realty. Number 1, you can talk to an actual agent, not a phone number. Why? Because I understand my market. I understand that most agents, listing agents, I understand that the consumer really doesn't want to list with us a lot of times. They think we're overpaid and we're cutting into their profit. So what I'm telling them is I'm going to be different from the other agents. You're gonna be able to get to me. You're gonna be able to hold me accountable. My number 2 is you'll get weekly reports on your home. I understand that most agents just list the house and then go on to the next one, and they don't really know what's going on. So in my UMP, in my marketing, I'm telling them, I'm the agent for you because I understand you and I'm gonna give you what you want. And then the last C in my TLCC strategy is to come to a side. You gotta choose a side. You can't be a master at all things. In real estate, there are 2 sides to every transaction. I learned very early on, I wanted to be a listing agent, not a buying agent. When you deal with the buyer a lot of times don't even really know what they want. They just want to go out and look at homes. Now, because I understand that I have other businesses, I don't have the time and the patience to deal with buyers the way that I do sellers. Sellers, I found them to be very easy. You can do your work on the front end, and when you know your business, you can manage 10, 15 listings at a time, and then you can refer out the buyers to other people and still generate an income. So for me, being on the listing side has made more sense. Maybe you want to be on the buying side. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a right or wrong. I can tell you this, I've never, ever got a listing, sold that listing, and didn't get another deal off of it, whether it be another listing in the neighborhood or a buyer that came from that listing. So for me, I think listings allow you to leverage a bit more to generate more money, but to each its own. But I do believe that you need to pick a side because they're different skill sets, they're different muscles. So if you're gonna be a buying agent, be the best buying agent you could be. If you're gonna be a listing agent, be the best listing agent you can be. But the choice is yours. Now, if you're really serious about growing your revenue and your sales in the real estate business, I want to encourage you to get my book, Get Up, Get Out, and Get Motivated, the Entrepreneur's Edition. Once again, my section, I have a whole chapter on hunting versus fishing. It teaches you how to identify your fish, how to become more attractive, how to draw them in, and that's the foundation of the IEE sales process. Now, if you've enjoyed the content in this video, I want you to subscribe. I want you to like, I want you to share, and I want you to post a comment and question. Who knows, the next question that we answer may be yours.